right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. I want to send up honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone who taught me this truth and who also rule well. Peace, love, and many salutations as always to the hopeful elect doing this work in sincerity and in truth throughout the four corners and presenting your body as a living sacrifice as we continue to chant down Babylon the Great, also known as America today. All right, so no aid through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. I pray that this is an edifying lesson, okay? Which this lesson, I actually did it earlier today. And during the post-production, a couple of my intro clips got erased. All right, so this is why I'm doing it right here, right now, because I'm just now noticing it. As you see, the time is 9:14. All right, and so what I want to get into is Revelation, the 3rd chapter and the 10th verse. Speaking about the hour of temptation and how the men that trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, or to be more specific, the elect, will be kept from the hour of temptation. And this is going to be the time where that MOTB is pressed upon the people. All right, and what proves that? We're going to go into the book of Revelation, the 13th chapter and the 16th verse as well. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to get into it, and give the sense to what I'm saying. And as the brother Yeshaya in the Great Millstone Des Moines camp would say, let's let the Spirit do what it does. All right, so this is Revelation 3 and 10. Okay, it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. All right, now what is the word of the Most High's patience? The laws, the statutes, and commandments, essentially the scriptures. All right, the Holy Bible. This is the word of the Most High's patience. Those that kept sound doctrine. Those that are not kept but keep sound doctrine. All right, not teaching in their own manner, not bending the scriptures. All right, and also waiting upon the Lord. I believe it was Deacon Hakah from the Sakari that said a little while back that we're wasting our time waiting on Yahweh Shai. Okay, which that's blasphemy, man. Okay, because the scriptures tell us that we are to wait for the Most High, especially if we expect to be us as the hopeful elect. If we expect to be delivered out of this place, we understand that before deliverance come, violence has to happen. Okay, the rule is Salakia. So as I was saying, before we get delivered, the rulers that be have to be taken down. Okay, and as the book of Psalms says that mine enemies are more than the number of my head. They are stronger than I. Okay, so we have to wait on the deliverer. We have to wait on Yahweh Shai, whom this world ignorantly calls Jesus, whom's going to be sent by the Almighty, Yahweh, whom this world ignorantly calls God. So this is the word of the Most High's patience. And those that are not teaching sound doctrine, okay, those that don't believe in the scriptures, you're not going to be kept from the hour of temptation. Okay, so it says, I will also keep thee from the hour of temptation. So let's get into this word temptation right fast. All right, so you get into temptation, the Greek word, Strong's G 3986.
Strong's G 3986, pyrasmas.
Right, which says an experiment, attempt, trial, proving. Okay, and then you it essentially just keeps saying it, a trial of proving, the trial of man's fidelity, integrity, virtue, and constancy. Right, which fidelity goes, the word fidel goes back to faith. Okay, so this is going to be a time where everybody's faith, especially those who are of the house of David, their faith is going to be tested. But guess what? These men that the Most High have chosen to keep from the hour of temptation, they're going to fight. They're going to get through it with no problem, man, because their faith stands with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the Father of spirits. Okay, as also the scriptures say that there's none other name under heaven whereby we must be saved. Okay, so we're not, as being the hopeful elect, we're not going to conform to this new system that they're coming out with, man. All right, Now, the reason why it says this is our temptation, because we're in this flesh. All right, and the things that we need to survive, we have to go to the stores and buy them. Okay, we have to go and get them. And when this new digital currency is fully put into effect, being that MARK, then those who don't take it, which the elect will not take this MARK, then we will pretty much so-called be asked out in society, or at least it was seen that way. Okay, but that's not going to be the case. The men of the Lord, the true men of the Lord, the true believers in Yahweh Shema Shai are going to stand strong in that day, man. Okay, so it says an experiment, attempt, and trial, and he has been experimenting with this for years. Okay, I believe it was I want to say it was about 9 or 10 years ago, where there was a bunch of kids getting kidnapped. They were getting snatched up, and their solution, Esau's solution, was what? Let's put these trackers in their bags. Okay, so just in case something happens to them, to where they come up missing, we're able to track their bag to see where they at. And they did the same thing with animals. Okay, lost pets. All right, and so this is something that he's been utilizing and showing as quote unquote a convenience device. All right. And also one more example is, you had a couple, which I believe to be an Edomite couple, could be wrong, but nonetheless, they pretty much they got the mark in their hand, and they made their house mark equipped. You couldn't get in the refrigerator, the kitchen cabinets. You couldn't watch TV. You couldn't get into it. You had to, or they had to have the MARK in their hand in order to access these different things in their home. And they were proud about it. Yeah, I got one. My husband has two. Just showing how it would make life easy. Which this is the narrative that's being pushed. This is the narrative that's being pushed about this particular thing in Revelation 13 and 16. All right, so it says this. It says, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So everybody's going to be presented with this MARK. Let's get straight into it. Revelation 13 and verse 16. Okay, it says, and he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a MARK in their right hand or in their foreheads. Okay, so it don't matter what status you may have in this world, how popular you are, what ethnicity you are, disabled. It doesn't matter. Everybody's going to be tried with this, and we know based off of the way that most American peoples believe in America. Oh, the economy's bouncing back. Oh, I believe in America. Die hard. Got the Confederate flags. All that. These type of diehard Americans. Guess what? These are going to be some of the first people to get this. Okay. Man, I'm saying this as a man, but I believe that they're going to target the homeless first. Which that's going to be easy, because all I got to do is get this. All I got to do is get this, and I can have whatever I want. Oh yeah. I'm tired of being on the streets anyway. This is something that's going to come upon everybody. Okay, but the men of the Lord, the true men of the Lord, the elect, they're not going to fold, man. Okay, it says, and that no man might buy or sell, say he that hath the MARK or the name of the beast or the number of his name. And the reason why they're going to bring in this digital currency. All right, well, we see it happening before our eyes, that we're getting closer and closer, because you go and look at the debt clock. Okay, I haven't looked at it in a while, but when you go and look at the debt clock, I believe they're in the billions now. Okay, possibly even the trillions in debt, man. All right, and why is that? Because on a daily basis, they're constantly printing off these Federal Reserve notes, which is going to cause super inflation. It's essentially causing the dollar to be nothing, man. Okay, this is what we're looking at. All right, so when they bring in this new digital currency, it's going to be convenient. Okay, because now you don't have to worry about a wallet. Now you don't have to worry about a purse unless you just want to look good. Okay, all you got to do, consent to this this new system. Get this MARK in your hand and you straight. We're gonna take care of you. And if you don't get it, you know, well, you're gonna be asked out. You know, which, hey, we're totally fine with that. Those of us that believe Yahweh Shem Shai to be the true and holy power. Okay, that's where our faith will lie, man. You know, and I say this, Abaratazah, me myself, Lord willing, I don't consent to this. You know, because we're still in the flesh. You know, the Most High can. We could be screaming, yeah, man, I ain't gonna get it right now. And then the Most High could put a spirit on you to where you end up getting it anyway. You know, trying your faith. Okay, so I'm gonna segue into this other video. You know, kind of continue on from where I left off. So hey, shalom. Okay. Because we trust in the Heavenly Father. Did not they say this in Isaiah? Because essentially, you know, just to get more into the hour of temptation, the MOTB, that's what it is. But there are also many other prophecies that correlate, man. Okay, right now we see the wars and the rumors of wars going about. Okay, with the Russia and the Ukraine. All right, we see earthquakes in diverse places. All right, we see pestilences throughout the earth. We see a major plague going on right now, which is spoken of in the book of Sanctions, the 15th chapter. You know, where it says there should be pestilences and plagues and the sword. We see these things going on with the C-19, okay, with the juicy juice that they're pushing out. This is doing nothing but proving prophecy to be accurate. Matter of fact, because something that just came to mind. Let me get this real quick, because something that came to mind is, you know, when this Russian-Ukraine thing started going on, you know, with that conflict, you know, you had a lot of individuals that know about, I'm just saying plainly, you have men who claim to be men of the Lord, individuals who understand that America is going to be destroyed. They're assuming, oh, well, shoot, U.S., they're cool with Ukraine, and they don't like Russia. Russia's invading Ukraine. America's putting sanctions on Russia. Oh, shoot, we about to go to war. You know, which is essentially America will go into combat with different nations, and Russia being one. Okay, because it's written in biblical prophecy in the book of Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. It mentions, how the Most High is going to put the hooks into the jaws of Gog, okay, being Russia, pretty much turning them back into that Soviet mindset. And you see that happening. We see that happening with Putin. You know, Putin is a man of war. He's not. Now, granted, America does have a great army, you know, one of the greatest armies in the world, okay? But the Russians, starting with Putin, you can see in the smug in his face, you know what I'm saying, that he's ready to go to war. He's going back into that Soviet Union with the Cold War spirit, man, okay? He's doing the military games over in Venezuela. Okay, for one, him even going into Ukraine, going into Donbass to make peacekeepers, that should have been some that was looked at in skepticism anyway. Because do you think that they're gonna go in there looking for peace? For one, that was their land. Okay, at a point in time when Ukraine was part of that Soviet Union. On top of that, you look at there's a military map. You can look at it, and America has military bases essentially surrounding Russia. And what America was trying to do was trying to make Ukraine a part of that EU. Okay, part of that European Union, which, you know, it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? It didn't happen. And the first opportunity that Putin got, what did he do? He moved in there with peacekeepers and essentially start moving towards the capital. Okay, so yeah, it's eventually going to be a conflict, which is why America's putting sanctions on Russia. Okay, they're putting sanctions on Russia. right? Which is the sanction that they're putting on them is part of taking them off of that SWIFT system, which is going to cripple Russia's their international spending. Okay, it's gonna cripple their ability to import and export. All right, so not saying that that's going to be the catalyst to the third woe, okay, but it is moving towards it. All right, so Salaki, it kind of got sidetracked, but I'm gonna get this in the book of Isaiah concerning the man of the Lord. You know, in this hour of temptation, which concerning all these different prophecies, and you know, it's going to be a time where there's no food. Okay, you're not able to just freely access food, pull up to a drive-through, and you know, and go buy you a double cheeseburger. You're not gonna be able to go to your local supermarket and just go ahead and buy you 2 T-bone steaks, you know, some asparagus. You know, it's gonna be a time where that's cut off, man. All right. So this is the book of I believe it's Isaiah 65. Yeah. So this is the book of Isaiah 65. The book of Isaiah 65 and verse 13, right? It says, therefore, thus said the Lord Yahweh, behold, my servants shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. And now who are the servants? Going back into Revelation 3 and 10, those that kept the word of the Lord's patience. Okay? Also going into Ezra's, where you had Yahweh Shai putting the crowns on the heads of those that had on a white apparel and stood so stiffly for the name of Yahweh Shai. This is who it's talking about. These are the men that are going to be protected. These are the men that are going to be eaten during the time of Jacob's trouble. This is why we're not to fret. You know, if we're doing what the Most High told us to do, okay, we're not to fret. We're not to worry. As it says in the book of Ecclesiastes 2, it says, make not haste in time of trouble. This is going to be a time of trouble. Okay? And we know that because what? We're living in the last days. You see things coming to pass. Wars and rumors of wars. Nation rising up against nation. Pestilences, famines. Okay? You go to particular parts of the U.S., there's stores, you go to the supermarket and the shelves are empty. Okay? And these type of things are going to be happening on a nationwide scale. This is troublesome times. What it says in 2 Timothy, I believe it's the 4th chapter, in the 1st verse, where it says, in the last days there should come perilous times. Perilous times are dangerous, troublesome times. Okay? Which we're all going to have to face these times, man. From the hopeful elect on down to the peons, man, of every nation. All right? So it says, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Why? Because we trusted in the only living power. We trusted in the Father of spirits, the Alpha and the Omega, the Lord Yahweh, all right, whom this world ignorantly calls God, who created heaven and earth, all right, through his son Yahweh Shai. This is who we believe in. This is who we trust in. Because it tells us that there's none other name under heaven whereby we must be saved. And those names are what? Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Yahweh Shai being the name of our Heavenly Father, not our Heavenly Father, the name of our big brother, whom this world ignorantly calls Jesus. This is the only way we're going to be saved, man. Because during this time of trouble, will not our enemies amplify themselves? Okay? Because Esau, Edom's goal is to what? To ultimately gain control and power over the people. When you go into that MARK spoken of in the book of Revelation 13, all right, it goes into the Greek word charagma, which is a branding that they put upon cattle. All right, so you can know who they belong to. No, and this is all part of the plan, man. But those whom the Most High had put his spirit in to resist the devil, to resist the slanderer, to trust in him, these men are going to be okay when the troublesome times come. Okay, guaranteed. You know, it says, behold, and also like it says, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed. Right? Because, hey, Lord willing, I'm a part of that number, man. But it says that we are going to rejoice, and you shall be ashamed. Why? Because we knew these things were going to come to pass. We knew that Esau Edom was going to be coming down with that revelation. He's going to come in that spirit of Revelation 12 and 12. Coming down with great wrath, knowing that he had but a short time. We knew that he was going. We know that he hates the nation of Israel. Okay. We know that he has like the elder Yahshua said, he has a God complex. We know that he's gonna do whatever he can to try to control people. We understand these things. Okay. And the reason why is because it's written within the text of these scriptures. The Most High, he told us also in this book of Isaiah, he says things will come to pass. You know, and this is merely paraphrasing, but I will tell you before they spring forth. You know, let him that readeth run. Okay, you know, so the Most High, he told us what was going to happen. Now, a lot of people chose not to take heed. So this is why those same individuals will be ashamed. Those who also going back to the sound doctrine. Those who are not teaching sound doctrine, you're going to be ashamed in that day. You're going to be put to shame in that day. You're not going to be defended in that day. Going right back into the book of Ecclesiastes, the 2nd chapter, says, woe unto you that are faint-hearted, for you will not be defended. The only defense that we have is the Heavenly Father, man. This is how we're able to do anything in our daily lives. But moving on, something just came to mind. Let's see, the book of Psalms 37 and verse 19, right? Psalms 37 and verse 19. It says, they shall not, it says they shall not be ashamed in the evil time. Who is that talking about? It's talking about the righteous. Those that follow after Yahweh Shema Shai, the elect, those that kept the word of the Most High's patience. Okay? This is who it's talking about. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, because we have a buckler and we have a shield, man. It says, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied, but the wicked shall perish. Now that's the wicked not only of Esau Edom, but that's the wicked of our people too. Okay? What does the Proverbs say? It says, though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. Okay, and you have a lot of our people that cling on to the way of this society. You know, therefore uplifting women, therefore therefore the LGBT, the element, I don't know, the element of P community. You know, Esau's chopping our videos because of these things. They're for the ways of America. They forward the hand of the wicked. Everything that this devil comes out with, they just run with it. Okay, and they don't question it. Why would you let a man marry a man? I don't understand it. Because everybody, God made everybody. You're supposed to love them, and most of our people accept it and run with it. Okay. Guess what? These same people, as it says, they shall perish. The enemies of the Lord, Yahweh shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke. They shall consume away. Let me get this other precept in Psalms 97, I believe. It's Salakia. So it's the book of Psalms 91. I had to exit out and find it, man. It's a good precept. It says Psalms 91 and verse 1. It says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And what's the secret place of the Most High? Being up under the banner of Yahweh Shema Shai. The banner being what? The laws, the statutes, and commandments. Treating them as oracles. Those that that stay up under that banner, those that stay in that secret place, it says they shall abide in the shadow of the Almighty. Okay? What does that mean? That the Most High, He's going to deal with you. As long as you do what I'm telling you to do, I'm going to deal with you. Okay? I'm going to put you through some things, as you should, because even the Apostle Paul, one thing that he said is, we are appointed to these afflictions. Okay? So, hey, the Most High going to put you through something, but as long as you're doing what I tell you to do, no matter what, I got you. I'm gonna deal with you, all right? And guess what? In the time of trouble, the Most High is going to deal with those who kept the word of His patience, who did what He said to do. Okay? And that's really the whole point of this lesson, is because when that time comes, and this is why we got to make sure that us, as men of the Lord that are part of this ministry, that we don't become too proud to the point where we feel like we just automatically gonna be kept from that hour of temptation, because we still in this flesh. We still, we still vulnerable, but we do have a higher power that we truly trust in and believe in. Okay? But don't think for a second that you ain't vulnerable, man. Don't think for a second that nothing that's written in with the scriptures can happen to you. When it says that the wicked shall be destroyed, okay, the wicked shall perish and they shall be as the fat lambs, don't think that can't apply to you. All right? Salakia. That's why it says, give diligence. Give diligence to make your calling and election sure. Okay? Because we don't know who's the elect. We want to be the elect, so we are to do the things that the elect will be doing, and do it with fervency, do it with genuineness, do it with passion. Okay? And don't get proud, too proud to be like, man, don't apply to me, I'm good. I call upon the name of the Lord and His Son. I do the work. That's cool. But that's not where it stops at, man. Okay? It's like, yeah. So finish this off. It says, I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power in whom will I trust. Surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. Salakia. Which that noisome pestilence is talking about those thermonuclear missiles. Okay, so this is essentially talking about when we get when the elect get delivered. I say the elect because we don't know who the elect is. Salakia, goddamn. It says, that's talking about when the elect will be delivered, because those thermonuclear missiles, they're going to cause a great noise, great earthquakes, okay, and it's going to cause great destruction, okay. So the Most High is going to deliver His elect from that noise and pestilence. He shall cover thee with His feathers, and under His wings thou shalt trust. His truth shall be thy shield and thy buckler. So essentially, the Most High is going to be our shield and our buckler to those who trust in Him, those who do the works that He prescribed for us to do. This is who the Most High is going to protect. This is who the Most High is going to look after. Okay? Now, and guess what? That time of Jacob's trouble, the hour of temptation, these things are nearer than when we believed. Okay? I'm going to grab that and then I'm going to close it out. So I'm going to get ready to go see my taskmaster. Hey, also we're getting tired of that shit too, man. Esau, Edoms, you're going to have a lot to pay for, my man. You got a lot to pay for, my man. But this is the book of Revelation 13. And he don't care if you're old, you're young, disabled. He don't care, man. As long as he needs you to come and work at his plantation. Work at my plantation. I don't care how you feel. I don't care if you're sick. I don't care if your kid got hit by a car. I don't care about any of that. Come to work. Hey, yeah, you got a lot to pay for it, man. But anyways, this is Romans chapter 13 and verse 11. It says, and that knowing the time, that now is high time to awake out of sleep. Right? And the only ones who are going to wake out of that sleep are the elect. Okay? Now, it says it seems like it says it in a general sense, but when you use the context, 2/3 of our people ain't going to wake up. Okay, so when it says now it's high time to wake out of sleep, that means those that are of the elect, they will wake up, they will come back to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. They will wake up in these latter days. Now you do see a lot of jakes that are waking up now, via through this internet, these videos on YouTube, different information that's being put out, okay, by Esau Edom and his NWO, okay, just various different things that is sparking an interest in particular jakes. Some of them could be the elect. Doesn't mean all of them are, but some of them could be the elect, right? Because we know that the elect is going to be the ones that wake up, okay? It says, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed, and we know that based off of the book of Matthew, the 24th chapter, okay, where it says that the end is not yet. All these things must come to pass, okay? Also is that in the book of 2nd Ezra, about the said measure, okay? The Most High said he set these prophecies in said measure, and they shall not be moved until the said measure be fulfilled, okay? Now we see this tension between Russia and Ukraine building up. We're gonna see where it leads to, man. Okay? Because do we want this particular situation to be the catalyst leading up to the end of the world? Of course. But we gotta see how the Most High is gonna allow this to play out. Okay? That's what we're gonna do. But we do know for a fact that this is part of prophecy, being the wars and rumors of wars. But the end is not yet. Okay? So let's see, I think I finished that. It says, for now is our salvation nearer than we believe. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Let us cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. So let's walk in this truth. To the men that the elect, that the Most High is waking up in these latter days, okay, they're gonna, like I said, they're gonna turn to the truth, that light. That light is the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the scriptures. Okay? So, hey, Abarat Zah, man, I am part of that elect. The brothers that I'm fellowship with are part of the elect. You beloved brothers that have been fervently, sincerely working in Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, Lord willing, you are of the elect. But all those who scoffing, coming out with false doctrine, teaching false doctrine, scoffing the prophets, okay, denying Yahushai, man, may the Most High destroy you if you continue to stay in that mindset, man. All right. So with that being said, Lord willing, this was the edifying video. Until the next time, I want to say, call Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, B'Shem Kakodash. Double honors to my elders and apostles at Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutations unto the elect. Shalom.